I want to address a comment I got on a video on YouTube. Now, the comment comes from somebody who leaves a ton of really positive, really good comments. A person who seems to be of the same mindset as me, generally speaking. This comment here just kind of stood out to me for the things that he said. So the video that the comment was left on was a video in which I was talking about how my wife and I were out to dinner before we were going to see a comedy show. And at the end of the dinner, I went to the bathroom, and as I was coming out of the bathroom and I was getting back to the table where Renee was still sitting, a kid walked up, like a teen kid, walked up with a piece of paper, and it was like a piece of receipt paper, and it had a note written on it about how much they enjoyed my content and how they wanted to thank me, and so they went ahead and paid for our dinner. I had never met the woman before. I don't know who she is. It was a very kind gesture. She follows me on social media. She specifically follows me on Facebook and on Instagram. And so I did this video. I thanked her in person, obviously, when it happened. And then I did this video thanking her again. And then I got the following comment. I follow people on YouTube. I don't have any other social media. I hate Facebook and Twitter. But I will never send you or anyone else money. I've heard you bragging about how much money you make doing this. Why do you need people to give you $3 a month when people are struggling? Plus, get over it, dude. You're not George Clooney. Laughing face emoji. Now, I like your content, but I'm not a fanboy for anyone. Your head gets any bigger, it will explode. And you sound as if you're hinting around to for folks, to send you money. Not cool. I'm not trying to be an ass, but someone needed to say it. Wow. First and foremost, I didn't know that the woman was even a follower of mine when she was sitting across the restaurant. So I certainly didn't have any idea that she was going to voluntarily get up and pay for my dinner. And I say in the video, that is something that is not necessary. If you see me out in public and you want to say hi, by all means, stop and say hi. But you don't need to be paying for stuff. I tell people that all the time. As far as people pitching in a couple of bucks a month, yeah, I have subscription services on all of my social media platforms. On TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, I have paid monthly subscriptions for people that want to financially support what I do, as this is how I make a living. To not offer those as a full-time content creator would be being derelict in my duty. It would be as if I had a landscape company that offered bush trimming and leaf cleanup and aeration and fertilization, but we didn't offer mowing, because that's not, what we're going to do here. You offer all of the services, including the ability for people to financially support your work. As far as my subscription service on that particular platform on YouTube, that whole subscription service started because when I first started doing YouTube, people asked me to do it. They said, "Hey, we want you to do a subscription service for a couple of bucks a month." And I said, "No, I don't. I'm not going to do specific content for people that pay. I want all of my content to be free." And they said, "No, it's a way for us to support your work. It costs us $4.99 a month, and we get to keep being entertained by you because you can financially support your family. So it's just a way for us to financially support you." And a couple of hundred people choose to do that every month, and I'm eternally grateful. As far as bragging, I have spoken about how much money we've been able to make, the kind of income we've been able to make doing content creation. And I'm actually blown away by it. I'm still stunned that I can provide for my family in this manner doing this, considering how I laughed at people who did this for many, many years. So I'm trying to tell as many people as humanly possible, you might be able to do it yourself. If there's something that interests you that you want to be on video talking about, do it and get it put up there. Because more and more people are making their money doing content creation these days. I don't know what climbed up your ass, sorry to hear that you're having a day because I have a subscription service and somebody paid for my money or for my food with their money. As far as my head being big, based on what? Based on what? Because I talk about how I make a living? Because people stop and say hi to me when I'm out and about? No, I'm still blown away that anybody wants to listen to me. Seriously. My wife and I wake up every single day and think to ourselves, is this the day the whole thing drops out from underneath us? Because this doesn't seem real. It's been our reality for going on 2 years now, but it doesn't seem real. You seem to have a problem with it, though. I don't mean to be too blunt about this, but that's your problem, not mine. If you don't want to send anybody money, then don't send anybody money. You seem to take something that wasn't asked of you extraordinarily personal. And by the way, you've left comments on over 100 of my videos on that platform. You may not be a fanboy, but you sure fucking act like one, don't you? There isn't a video that I can post that you won't leave a comment on. And I'm appreciative of it. But then don't come after me because people like to hear what I have to say, because I have a following, because I make money this way. If you got a problem with that, then learn to scroll. And it was a very weird comment you put forth.